Now, if you had anything at all to do with WrestleMania last night, you know that the Undertaker's streak finally ended, and I figured that I would be cute, and I remember putting up this poster years and years ago when I was really into WWE. This was WrestleMania 23, I think it came in a magazine. But I wanted to talk about how do you think the Undertaker's streak should have ended? Because I like the idea that they made him retire, which I'm sure he's going to do now, because why would you come back when you have a loss? But I think that was the right thing to do, was for him to lose, so that way people don't keep telling him to come back, and expect him to keep coming back. So that now that he lost, there's really no point for him to come back, at least as a wrestler. And of all people, though, Brock Lesnar, I don't really watch WWE anymore. I don't have cable anymore because I think most of the channels aren't worth it. You can get most of what you want on the internet, but I still don't like what they're doing right now. But I watch other things. But just being on the internet with wrestling, you still know pretty much exactly what's going on because it's talked about everywhere. And I was just surprised by that, seeing that on the internet. And how do you think the streak should have ended? For me, for probably the last year or so, I thought that the best way to do it would be to have Kane do it, because who better than him if he's going to lose to anyone out of all the great people Undertaker's faced? I think Kane would have been the guy. Now, obviously, whatever weird gimmick Kane has now, there's like corporate, that's such a horrible thing for Kane. I mean, I get that's what he's doing, but if they could have did this so much better, they could have had Kane like the old vicious Kane that was the Brothers of Destruction, that era. If they could have brought him back, and a few months before WrestleMania, it may be a pay-per-view or something, have some incident where they start to like, challenge each other or something, and then I can just picture throughout the rest of the year just having the end of matches or the end of the TV tapings just go dark, and then they go on the big screen or whatever, and then send messages to each other, and have the lightning strikes and all that stuff. But I think they could have had that such a big build-up, months long build-up to WrestleMania. And I think the best way would have been to have a last man standing match, and then have both Undertaker and Kane, after a grueling match for maybe 20 or 30 minutes if they can do it, do some kind of move where they both fall or just something crazy, and then they both can't answer the 10 count, and then they both kind of, it's a no decision, but they both walk out together and both retire. I think that would be a really appropriate and just proper way to end the streak. Now, obviously, that didn't happen, but another idea would be like during a similar match with Undertaker and Kane at WrestleMania, have the bell ring, not the big bell, not like a little ring, ding ding ding, but have a bell ring and the ring go dark, the arena go dark, and either Kane is gone or both of them are gone, and then the match doesn't really end, but they're done. Now, technically, you could say Undertaker didn't lose because he wasn't pinned either in the last man standing or the one where they disappear, but I mean, technically he didn't win either, so it would be iffy, but he still wouldn't have to be actually pinned, so it doesn't really make someone look like they just, the Undertaker is supposed to be immortal at WrestleMania. I think that would have been a neat idea, and there still wouldn't be any point for him to come back because it would be too iffy, like, well, he didn't really lose, but he didn't win, so that would be a great idea. I see a bunch of weird rumors now. I certainly think last night was scripted. I don't think at WrestleMania the referee would just count to 3 and if Brock wasn't supposed to win. And I don't mean to get all into that because that's kind of dumb. That's when you just start to believe wrestling too much. Bottom line, we know Undertaker had a great career, and hopefully now this is the end, because I saw a little bit of highlights on the internet, and he didn't look like the same phenom he used to be. So let me again put in the comments how you think the streak should have ended. If you think it should have ended at all, do you think Undertaker should have just won and then retired, or how would you have liked to have seen it end? And if you like my idea, give me a thumbs up so I can feel good and know that maybe show it to the WWE and they'll say, well, we want him writing for us because he thought of something that no one else did or something. But there's I'm doing this with a front-facing camera, so everything's backwards. So yeah, there's that again. I'll just close on that. You beat the Undertaker?